You get fixated on achieving a specific goal, such as a healthier body, improved relationships, or new abilities. You decide to join a gym, purchase a personal development course, or learn to play the cello. You work on your new passion every day for the first 10 days or so, propelled by your desire to achieve your goal. However, you gradually begin to neglect your practice. Before you know it, your gym membership has expired, you've abandoned your homework, and your cello is gathering dust in the closet. And then it starts all over again. This is how the majority of us go about our daily lives. Our inconsistency can be extremely aggravating and hurtful. We understand that consistency is the key to growth in all aspects of our lives, but we still struggle. The only thing you seem to have a habit of doing is starting something and then stopping before seeing any results. You may feel disappointed with yourself, but there is still hope. Hope comes from first recognizing why we get caught in these patterns and then taking the required efforts to avoid the traps. You're more concerned with the result than with the method. This is not to argue that the outcome is unimportant. Nonetheless, if we become concentrated on it, no matter how enticing, it will work against us. Why? Because any outcome that excites you will almost certainly require a lot of hard work and sacrifice over a lengthy period of time to obtain. Most of us are unable to maintain the effort required to achieve these results unless specific systems are in place to assist us. You must include consistency in your plan if you want to attain your goals. However, before we do that, we must first outline the strategy. These steps must be included in the plan. Identifying the desired outcome is the first step. Getting to the bottom of the big why. Establishing realistic objectives, creating procedures to achieve these objectives. So, how might these processes be made more consistent? 1. Be aware of your surroundings. To put it simply, being present implies being completely focused on the subject at hand. It entails overcoming our proclivity to waste mental, spiritual, and emotional energy worrying about things we have no control over in the past or future. Being present as a writer begins with minimizing distractions. This entails getting up before the rest of the family. It entails avoiding the internet and putting my phone aside or turning it to do not disturb mode. Checking for information ahead of time may prevent it from interrupting a focused workflow. You might wish to disable all notifications from your smartphone and desktop apps. Consider only checking your email 4 times a day and responding to each query once. Controlling your devices rather than allowing technology to control you can help you focus and reduce distraction. 2. Be prepared for the dip. The majority of us enter new endeavors with the expectation that the path to our desired conclusion will be straight and straightforward. The incredible part is that we believe it even when we know better based on previous experience. Seth Godin writes in his book The Dip that anything worth pursuing will have a tangled middle. The dip is made much more difficult by the fact that it usually occurs after a time of initial success. This acts as a natural barrier between those who give up and those who go on to achieve amazing achievement. Quitting isn't necessarily a terrible thing. In fact, the entire objective of this video is to assist you in determining what to give up and when so that they can concentrate their attention on the things that are truly worthwhile. 3. Do it even if you don't feel like it. This is a philosophical point with which I've wrestled. Of course, you should do things even when you don't feel like it, is the natural response. However, I believe this mindset is only effective for short-term behavior. In the end, we shouldn't be dragging ourselves out of bed to do the things we have to do. Steve Jobs, I believe, gives a valuable technique for balancing consistency and satisfaction. Every morning, I've looked in the mirror and asked myself, would I want to do what I'm going to do today if today were the last day of my life? And I know I need to modify something when the answer is no for too many days in a row. Even if you don't feel like it, be consistent because you'll often be pleased and happy that you persevered through the discomfort. However, if you're still unhappy despite being consistent day after day, try being consistent in another area. 4. Consistent morning. If I could employ a team of consultants to create a pie chart of my most productive days, they'd almost certainly begin with maintaining my morning routine. Healthy morning habits can help us organize our lives and establish a daily pattern that is beneficial to our general health and productivity. While it takes roughly 40 days to form a habit, it is when we see a favorable result that the behavior becomes permanent. The Ayurvedic approach to health focuses on restoring balance by adopting consistent daily routines. Consistency is essential for turning a habit into a daily routine that maintains our mental, emotional, and biological well-being. It's simply a poor habit to hit the snooze button every morning. Getting in the habit of waking up at the same time every day will help you break the cycle and get back on track to good health. Our bodies function as biological clocks that follow a circadian cycle. Circadian rhythms are the 24-hour cycles that occur in the human body. As a result, our bodily functions and cycles run smoothly, keeping our system healthy and energized.